All right, and now we're on to the individual leagues. So at this point in time, we are no longer doing dual leagues. We are specifically only doing one league at a time. So for this particular one, it's Talisman. This was released 2.1.0 in 2015 at the end of the year. It added Threshold Jewels, the Brazilian Portuguese support. It introduced Rigwald and his following uniques: Rigwald's Crest, the Quills, the Savagery, and the Command. So it is the 7th league and is the first dual league that was ever released for Path of Exile, meaning that it was the same league in both Standard and in Hardcore. The uniques from Talisman were Feastbind, Faminebind, the Wretch, which you combine those two to get the Wretch, Blightwell, Rigwald's Curse, Eyes of the Great Wolf, Natural Hierarchy, and Knight's Hold. In these leagues, monsters are possessed by ancient Ezomite talismans. These monsters are indicated by a green talisman symbol over their heads. The talismans grant them additional strength and properties in battle. Killing one of these monsters allows the player to claim its talisman for himself. The differences between the two leagues is in Standard, you could get the Monkey Twins and Wereclaw talisman, and in Hardcore, you could get the Clutching talisman. Here are some links. The Stone Altar is what you used to do in the league itself to upgrade a talisman from one to the other. Then there's also a link to the Talisman League, as well as a link to the Talisman Wiki, if you would like to learn more about what the individual properties of talismans are. Reception and implementation. So Talisman was moderately received and mechanically never implemented. Now talismans are introduced through other leagues as a reward type. They did have smart rolls and anoints put on them at one point in time. That was tapered down. So now they just have anoints outside of challenge leagues where they do not have anoints. These smart roll talismans were really, really good. And it's kind of a crying shame because I wish we had the smart roll talismans, because the difference between a smart roll talisman and a garbage talisman is night and day. And you can still never get the best talisman, even if it's smart rolled, because they're just modifiers that are better. And the best way to obtain those is to get the rolls that you want on a necklace and then change that necklace to a talisman and hope you hit the talisman you're going for is still the best implementation method to get a really well rolled talisman. But that's it. These are going to get a little bit shorter because we're only going to be covering one at a time, basically from here on out. Have a great day, Exiles.